What's up guys, this is Brett here from brettdev.com. Coming at you once again from Chiang Mai in Thailand. It is late, it is about 1 o'clock in the morning, and tonight I'm going for a run around the old city. So right behind me you can see the old city walls. I'm a complete night owl, so I always tend to go running and doing weird stuff like this, like 1 o'clock in the morning. You saw a couple of my other videos where I showed other good places to go running in Chiang Mai. There's a couple of fitness parks in Chiang Mai. Click the link above and you can take a look. But tonight I'm going to run around the old city. The old city is great to come running because you come out here at night and it's just you. There's not a lot of traffic. The pollution's really not so bad. You try doing this during the daytime and you're going to cough your lungs up. But come out at night and you can run around the old city. It's great. It takes me exactly one hour to kind of semi-jog, walk, run up and down around the entire city one time. So tonight I'm going to do that, and hopefully I'm going to get some good shots of what this city looks like at night, because the moat is really beautiful at night and they've got a lot of fountains going and really great lights and the big wall that you just saw behind me. So I hope you like the video. I've got so fat since I moved to Thailand. I think if you're gonna come to Thailand and you're not gonna cook your own food and you're gonna eat out all the time, it's kind of inevitable. Thai food is just so unhealthy. Not all of it, a lot of it. The nice food is unhealthy and it's gonna make you fat. I've put on a lot of weight since I come to Thailand, I'll tell you that. A lot of fat. So I'm down by the southeast corner of the moat, quarter of the way through my run, and take a look at these the walls behind me. These are the walls that surround the moat. Chiang Mai has an inner city called the Old City, which is an exact square, and built around the entire square are these old walls, which are kind of ruins from hundreds of years ago, and a moat. So this used to be the city of Chiang Mai. Now the city's way bigger and obviously outside of the moat and outside of the walls, but this is the old city. It's a real shame because tonight they don't have the fountains on. Normally they have really big fountains in the moat, in the water. Spraying water up into the air, and back on against the water is the lights like you see behind me. It looks really nice. They may have them turned on around other areas, but sometimes they have them on, sometimes they have them off. I'm not too sure why they do that. And actually I'm just, like I said, southeast corner of the moat, and right behind me here is the fitness park. You can see, which I made another video about. Click the link above and you can actually see around this fitness park right here. It's a really great place to go running. Right now it's closed. I think it shuts at midnight and opens at about 6 in the morning. So now it's about 1:30 in the morning, so you can't go in there. You can only run around the city, so that's what I'm doing. Funny question that people ask me a lot, it's not that funny but it's quite interesting, is Thailand safe? Is it a safe place to live? It's a fair question, I suppose, depending on where you're coming from, and if you currently live in a non-safe place, right? But it's funny because it is probably the safest place I've ever been in my life. Like, I'm out running at 1-2 o'clock in the morning, and I would happily run down any alleyway in this entire street without a care in the world. Now, I can't speak for the whole of Thailand, and I am only speaking for Chiang Mai, but safety is not even a concern. It's never been a concern. So if anybody's going to ask that question, out running at 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning. Absolutely it's safe. I'm walking around with an expensive camera vlogging in the middle of the night. It's absolutely safe as houses, as we'd say. So I'm at the south of the city now. This is Chiang Mai Gate, and you can see behind me they're still selling food, and they'll be selling food here all night. Not that much of a selection at 2 o'clock in the morning. As you see, the whole area behind me is all shut down during the day, well, pretty much 18 hours a day, from like 6 in the morning, maybe from about 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning up until midnight. This operates as a huge, well not huge, but a very large market where they have fresh meat, fresh veg, fresh fruit, everything you would expect at a Thai market. Now this is, like I said, south of the city, so this is, I always get them confused. I'm pretty sure it's Chiang Mai Gate. I always get confused with Thapae Gate, which is on the east side. And this is a really good place to actually stay. There's a place over here called Smith Residence. I got a friend, whenever he comes to Chiang Mai, he always stays down there in Smith Residence. It's pretty cheap, so do a search for that, or maybe I'll put a link below for Smith Residence. He says it's fantastic, and it's so good because he can just walk up out of his hotel here and go straight to the market and grab anything that he wants to eat. They've got a good smoothie place over there and everything. So you can see behind me, this is Chiang Mai Gate, right in the south, in the middle of the city, middle of the old city. What amazes me about Chiang Mai and Thailand, and why I love it so much, is all of this beautiful stuff that I'm showing you in this video. If we couldn't even have that back in England, it would be wrecked. The beautiful parks, the nice hedges, like great landscaping all the way around the moat. Just everything throughout the city just doesn't get ruined. People don't vandalise it. It just doesn't happen. I was back in England, back in London, and just outside London, Essex, where I'm from, you wouldn't even be able to have it. There'd be graffiti everywhere, things would get torn down, people would just ruin it. And I don't know why we do it. I don't know why people in Western countries, in England, or I'm sure it happens outside of England as well, I just don't get it. I just don't get why people have to do it. When in a place like this, it just doesn't happen, and it's nice for everybody. It's crazy. It's funny, guys, but I make all these accommodation videos for you guys on YouTube to check out when you come in here. But the reality of it is, there's just accommodation everywhere. You don't even need to watch my videos to find an apartment when you come to Chiang Mai. Believe me, like, as I'm running around this city, there's got to be probably 20 or 30 hostels and hotels on each side, on each 4 sides. So much accommodation. That's just on the moat, you know. You go inside and outside, there's even more. There must be thousands, or close to thousands of hotels and hostels in Chiang Mai. You know, you don't need to book. You can just go up and just walk in and say, can I stay here? And they give you a good deal. And it's that easy, really. Okay, so Thapae Gate now. This is the east side of the city, so I'm about halfway through my run / stop and walk and video session. This is where all the bars are on the east side of the city, so as I'm walking through, it is 2 in the morning. Hello mister, where you go, where you go? Fucking hell. Covered with sweat, headphones on, running, and they're asking me, mister, where you go, where you go? Okay. So, Thapae Gate. Walking right through the middle. This is Thapae Gate. And you'll recognise it from the McDonald's over there. By the way, guys, this is where the most well-known police checkpoint is, Thapae Gate, right here behind me, yeah? McDonald's there, right there on that street. It's a police checkpoint. So, do not drink and drive for 1, and do not drink and drive through here for 2. I've got a couple of friends busted right there at that checkpoint. Silly enough, you know who you are, silly enough to be busted there. For God's sake, it's the most well-known checkpoint in the whole of the city. That burger place behind me is great. They do burgers, hot dogs, onion rings, fried Western food that makes you fat. And I always stop there whenever I'm out having a drink in Chiang Mai. It's a really good, like, drunk food, basically. The equivalent of your kebab shop back in England, I suppose. Right over here is Spicy nightclub. Spicy is your local disco nightclub where all the tourists go when Zoe in Yellow closes, which is inside the city. It's open till about 2 o'clock in the morning. It's actually pretty crazy. Some tourists from China were photographed. I can't remember when. I think it was quite recently, maybe a year ago. Actually camping on top of those walls. Camping, like putting up a tent and sleeping on the top of the walls around the moat. I'll see if I can find a link and link it below. It's absolutely fucking ridiculous. That's one of my favourite restaurants for a quick bite to eat in the whole of Chiang Mai. It's called Jok Sompet, and I'll put a link below in the description. But you absolutely must go there and check it out. They sell what's called Gang Hung Lei, which is a northern Thai curry, which I think is only mainly made in the north of Thailand. It's called Gang Hung Lei. A friend showed me that place, and I eat there all the time now. It's cheap, it's really good food, and it's open 24 hours a day, so you can go there anytime and try out a Gang Hung Lei. Trust me, you have to do it. It's probably my favourite Thai food of all time. I just love it. Street food everywhere at 2 o'clock, 2:30 in the morning. So that's about what time it is now. And no matter what time of day, no matter what you want to eat, just hop on your bike for 2 minutes and you're there and you can eat it. Someone's cooking it for you, no problem. So many temples in Chiang Mai. As you can see just from this video, there's probably 3 or 4, 5 just on the outskirts of the city. Once you go inside the city, there's more, and then there's more outside of the city as well. So this is the old city. The old city is a square. It's kind of like the city centre, but Chiang Mai is big and it extends way beyond the old city. A lot of tourists come to Chiang Mai and they actually just think that the old city is the city, and they just stay inside there, get a hostel there, get a hotel there, and just wander around. The old city is really, really nice, but there's a lot more to be seen outside of the old city as well. So if you come in as a tourist, make sure you don't just stay inside the old city. Get out and have a look. Subscribe to my channel and find some other cool places to go and look at. So many street dogs in Thailand. They're perfectly harmless. If you're scared of dogs, they're harmless. Just don't bother them and they won't bother you. I used to stupidly try and stroke all the street dogs that I saw when I first come to Thailand. I was like, oh, dog, start stroking it. And so one day I went to Cambodia and I was in Siem Reap and I tried to stroke a dog. And I swear to God, the thing nearly, I swear, had rabies. It was like frothing at the mouth. I nearly bit my hand off. Absolutely fucking shit myself. Never go near them again. But like I say, if you don't bother the street dogs, they don't bother you. Just let them do their thing. You don't need to be scared of them though. Okay guys, that's it. We've come full circle. It took me longer than an hour stopping and doing my videos, but it's a one-off. Haven't worked as hard as I should have really, but still broke a sweat. I'm still tired. I say elevated heart rate. Got my heart rate watch bleeping and telling me I'm slacking the whole way. But hopefully it's a good video for you guys. If you like it, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. And until next time, this is Brett, brettdev.com, and we're out. Peace.